Going back to the 60s thing, there's a weird spoken word release with a kind of weird poetry over somewhat synthesized music called Psychedelic Sounds or something like that of the Zodiac, and it's all things about the Zodiac. Like there's one for Capricorn, and there was one track called The Cancer Moon, and it sounds a lot like Will Ferrell in when he's doing his James Lipton impression. And he goes, I'm laughing the lunar laugh. And that phrase just kind of stuck in my head, and I thought that'd be a good band name someday.
Okay, the lunar laugh, take one.
Thank you, guys.
Interview, take one.
Well, I really like music from like the 60s and 70s. Definitely a big Beatles fan. Pretty much anything like singer-songwriter like James Taylor, Cat Stevens, Carole King, people like that, just really good songwriters that could also carry a good tune and play an instrument really well.
Like you said, I love 60s and 70s. I love the Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, and I also love a lot of like contemporary singer-songwriters like John Mayer, Ben Rector, Penny and Sparrow, Need to Breathe. Those kind of guys are the guys I listen to, and
And Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks
We
for
can
sure.
always agree on Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go back to our first album. This is the very first song that we recorded together, I believe.
And it is called Apollo.
Yeah, like the album itself. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and...
Well, they say you made the grade. Yes, I'll see you in the trade. You know I need to follow you. Does my envy swallow you? Always unassuming, a regular superhuman. And what would Apollo do? Would his envy swallow you? Even perched high on your soapbox, pledging your love for plastic rock, but you don't know the words to revolution or rock and roll ain't noise pollution. If I were to follow through, would your envy swallow you? And what would Apollo do? Tell me, what would Apollo do?
I don't think I've ever purposely tried, well, I don't think I've ever said, okay, this has to sound like the Beatles, but it kind of just happens naturally, kind of by accident. Because
Yeah.
we do a lot of harmonies, and that's more evocative of that time or era.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever started a song saying, oh, this has to sound like, you know.
The White Album.
Yeah. But yeah, they're definitely like, they're there.
Sometimes if we get stuck on something, we're like, well, what would the Beatles do? Yeah.
I've been playing guitar for about 8 years, and I also play a little bit of piano, and that's about it. We've been performing for a few years now, so.
Yeah, almost 3 years, or about 3 years we've been together as a band. I started playing, my first instrument was drums, actually. And actually on the new album I get to play some drums on a couple tracks, which is very exciting because I haven't been able to do that in a long time. But then I progressed to guitar in high school because it was easier to lug a guitar around than it was a drum kit. And plus, if you just kind of sat around with the guitar, eventually a lot of people gathered around you, and it was a good way to make friends. I found out, yeah.
I lived in California in 1994, and there I touched an ocean I never knew before. There's something everlasting a myth still undefined, beyond the smoggy freeway, beneath the sands of time. And I never felt that way again until your eyes met mine. I saw them shine, I saw them shine. Just one quick look from you and there's thunder in my heart. Nighthawks and Mona Lisa say you're a work of art. And when you have to leave, I'm such a broken man. I need your inspiration. I hope you understand that I'll never feel that way again until your eyes meet mine. I see them shine. I want to see them shine.
I've definitely been in a few bands that never really did much beyond play a show or two. I did my own solo music in like 2010, 2012. I have a couple of solo releases. And that's how our first album started out, was just a solo release. But then eventually it became kind of more of it just landed, the Lunar Laugh name kind of landed on it by accident. And we really liked it. I wanted to start a band around that, and that's where he came in. Through Apollo, we gained interesting fan bases worldwide, one of which was in Spain. I think all our top Spotify listeners are like in Spain.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's
I don't get
places
it.
we've never been, Spain, Sweden. They just really like our type of music, which I'm still trying to figure out what our type of music is.
Yeah.
But they really like it over there, and we put out a single called Work in Progress last year, and that was really well received by one certain listener of ours that happened to know the head of the label, and he passed it on to him, and the head of the label, You Are the Cosmos, really liked that song and immediately was like, we should talk about are you putting an album together? Do you want to put it out on our label? We'll do CD and vinyl. And it was like, say no more.
Yeah, all they had to say was vinyl, because
Yeah.
that's something we wanted to do for a while, but it's obviously very expensive to do. So that was really cool that they wanted to do that.
So this is a song that we recorded just down the road at ACM ECO. It'll be on our new album that's out on the 24th, and it's called Take a Little Time.
Back in my younger days, I thought I turned the page, and life kept moving on and on and on. Well, here I'm older now, it didn't matter anyhow, 'cause life kept moving on and on and on. allowed that to happen anyhow. We'll never really be alone. So I take a little time now and then. Yeah, I take a little time for my friends. Well, I take a little time, 'cause that's all that I have till the end. Oh, oh, I moved around a lot, searching for something I never got. All my memories are gone, but then the path was clear, and that's how I wound up here. And life keeps moving on and on and on. So I take a little time now and then. Yeah, I take a little time for my friends. Well, I take a little time, 'cause that's all that I have. In the end.
Thank you guys.
I mean, Oklahoma's been really good to us, so I don't think we'd ever leave unless we had a sure thing, like, here's $10 million, come to LA, make your next album. There's a really good support here between, or camaraderie between all the different bands, and we all kind of know each other.
Yeah.
We go to each other's shows. I used to work backstage for a lot of them, so that's how I got to know people and contacts. And
Yeah, we just really like Oklahoma, and like you said, there's a good scene here, and I think we think it's getting better, and it's going to continue to grow. So we're excited.
if we ever need an opener for a show, we can call up a friend and say, hey, we'll split the bill, and they'll usually do the same for us. I hope.
Yeah, I take a little time for my friends. Well, I take a little time, 'cause that's all that I have. In the